Delete forever. It's a bit of a daunting phrase. To see your Minecraft world that you played on, or that you didn't, about to be Thanos snapped into the abyss. If you click this button, your Minecraft world will be gone forever. Or will it? What actually happens to your Minecraft world when you delete it? It certainly doesn't go to the trash, so where does it go, and can it actually be brought back from the dead? There are all sorts of ways to delete things within Minecraft, but are they ever really gone for good? Funnily enough, the most permanent form of deletion within the game is that of your items. If you throw an item onto a cactus or into a pit of lava or blow it up, it's gone. Dunzo. No more. The game is coded not to care about that item anymore. All trace of it? Erased. But not necessarily. You see, that item isn't truly gone until the computer is told that it's gone. Minecraft performs an autosave of your world every 45 seconds, so unless you get unlucky and your world autosaves the moment you burn your precious items, if you exit Minecraft with Task Manager by force ending the process, or use some other means to crash your game quick enough, you can open it back up to wherever the last autosave was. Be warned though, hitting escape or save and quit the title to close your game will automatically save it, permanently resulting in the loss of your items. But even the autosave feature can be bypassed, and that's by making a backup. If you go to the files on your computer, go to .minecraft/saves, and find your world file, you can copy it and paste it somewhere onto your desktop. You can then go into the world and burn all your items in lava if you so desire. Now, feel free to delete the world and then just put the copied file back into the saves folder, relaunch Minecraft, and open the world back up like nothing ever happened. Be warned though that unless you back up your worlds often, this may set you back a significant amount of time. Minecraft sometimes automatically prompts you to back up your worlds when you launch them on a newer or older version. This is to avoid corruption. As Minecraft gets older and older and new updates arrive into the game, they sometimes bring drastic changes with them. One of these game-breaking changes is the terrain update of 1.8. If you try to load a world from version pre-1.8 with a version post-1.8, you'll be greeted with a message asking you to back up your world. You'll get this in general with newer versions, but it's not as drastic. For instance, look at the terrain of this world I booted up in Minecraft 1.3. When I open the world in 1.16, it gives me a warning about experimental features that could crash my game. As you look around, you can see the original 1.3 terrain, and suddenly strange, rigid borders where new terrain is loaded by the 1.8 terrain engine. It looks kinda cool, but can definitely mess up your older worlds if you aren't careful. In fact, some terrain generation issues are so bad that Minecraft physically doesn't even let you open the world back up. As of when I'm writing this, Minecraft 1.17 is just a couple of snapshots. This update is the cave update and completely reworks terrain generation. Caves are now much larger and gaping, but more significantly, there are now new Y levels added to the game. You used to only be able to go from Y0 to Y256 in previous versions. Now, however, you can place blocks from depths as low as -64, all the way to heights of 320. This is a huge new rework, and you can begin to understand why drastic changes like these can corrupt worlds. As such, if you try to load a previously 1.16 or under world in a 1.17 snapshot, you can't. You can't delete, edit, or do anything with the world. That being said, it isn't completely impossible to access it. Using a small text rewrite, Phoenix SC shows how you can actually load up an old world in a 1.17 snapshot, which can result in severe game-breaking bugs and crashing. Some seeds in Minecraft look corrupted, but really aren't. Nothing is a better example of this than seeds that repeat land features. If you go into spectator mode for this seed, you notice something strange and wonderful. The caves and every other terrain feature along the x-axis repeat indefinitely. This is wild and produces this really cool effect. Likewise, this seed causes dungeons, lakes, trees, icebergs, and more to repeat along a diagonal, also producing this really incredibly weird look. And finally, not only does this seed result in repeating land features like ravines, it also results in multiple infinite mineshafts. Mineshafts that stretch across the z-axis all the way to the world border. But how does this happen? Well, sadly, it's complicated. There's a whole bunch of code involved, and some cases are just different than others. To put it simply, random numbers used to generate these features sometimes turn out equal to each other and 0, which causes repeating features. That's by no means doing the explanation justice, and I'll link a video below that goes into more depth if you're curious. But let's get back to the topic at hand. What happens to your Minecraft world when you delete it? And can you actually get it back? There are 3 main ways to quote-unquote delete a Minecraft world. The first is the least permanent, dying in a hardcore world. When you create a new world, you have the option to make it hardcore. This sets the difficulty to the max in terms of damage, mob spawning, and pretty much everything bad. And what's worse, you only get 1 life. You're warned that if you die, the world is deleted. But this isn't really true. In older versions, it was much more brutal. If you died in a hardcore world around 1.8, you wouldn't be able to play at all. Once you die, you would get a delete world button that wouldn't actually delete the world, but instead sends you to a title screen so that you would have to do it yourself. Harsh. Over time though, this changed a bit, and now when you die in hardcore, you're given the option to spectate the world. That's pretty nice, but this in turn allows you to exploit the menu screen. By opening the world to LAN with cheats on, you now have cheats yourself, allowing you to set your game mode back to survival if you so desire, thus getting more lives in hardcore. So clearly that isn't really deleting your world, but what happens if you do? The other weird way to delete your world is to go into the game file itself and delete the world file from the saves folder. While this does sound more extreme, it's actually much more reversible. Ignoring the fact that you can just click undo, when you delete a file from your computer, chances are it will end up in the trash, which from there you can then restore it and launch it up like nothing ever happened. But when you use the delete button in-game, the world file disappears. It doesn't go into the trash, it just vanishes. Another thing that you can delete forever is the absurdly large number of people who watch my videos and aren't actually subscribed. If you enjoy this content, it really helps me out a ton if you could subscribe. It's completely free on your end, and not to mention you can undo your subscription whenever you want. I would greatly appreciate it, and we can delete that large number forever. But thank you so much, and back to the video. Back on topic though, what actually happens to your world file? Well, to understand what happens, you have to understand what happens when you permanently delete a file. When a file goes into the trash, it isn't completely gone, it's in a sort of purgatory, where, as I said, you can restore it. Or you can choose to empty the bin. This completely removes the file from the trash, and now it can't be brought back. Or so it seems. When you delete a world, Minecraft completely bypasses the trash. It skips the purgatory and empties the bin for you, wiping the world from your hard drive. When a file is permanently deleted, the physical space it takes up isn't. It's marked as empty. The file is actually still there, but the pointers aren't. Pointers are things that tell your computer where things are on your drive. They point towards them. As Vsauce pointed out, you can think about it like a book, where files are chapters and pointers are the table of contents. Deleting a file is like marking its table of contents entry as empty. So in actuality, your Minecraft world is still there, just marked as empty space. That is, until it gets rewritten. Because the space is now technically marked as empty, Minecraft doesn't see a problem with assigning new files to that space. So continuing the analogy, If your Minecraft world was a chapter deleted by marking the table of contents as empty, what the game does to create a new world is to write all over that pre-existing chapter. Like writing on top of writing, this can result in an ugly jumble of code. To the game, it's like there's only one entity. The pointers say it's a chapter about a new world. But in actuality, it's a Frankenstein of two worlds, merged into one thing with one written all over the other. As much of a shame as this sounds, it doesn't mean it's impossible to get your world back after it's been deleted. Best case scenario, you haven't made any new worlds since, and that Frankenstein monster of Minecraft worlds hasn't been created yet. Even if you have though, this isn't the end. As I told you, your Minecraft world isn't gone, the computer just doesn't know that it's there anymore. Special softwares like Recuva are programmed to search your computer for files that, according to the computer, don't exist, allowing you to find them again and bring them back. Using this tool, you can indeed restore a Minecraft world back to existence, even if you had previously deleted it. But there are just some things that can't be avoided. When the game time reaches 9 quintillion ticks, or the 64-bit integer limit, the days begin to go backwards. The sun sets in the east and rises in the west, and time counts down. This is the end of every Minecraft world, whether you like it or not. Granted, this would take 9.7 billion years to happen, more than twice the age of the Earth. By then, your files would probably decay, but eventually, it will happen. Sad as it is, everything does have to die. Your Minecraft world will have its last day, and one day you'll place your last block ever, and maybe not even know it. At some point, the last Minecraft video will be uploaded to YouTube, and the last Minecraft world will have reached its death day. But while you can delete the world, you can't delete your memories. Sure, you can forget, but until you do, even if your Minecraft world is physically gone, the time you spent on it, for better or for worse, can't be taken back. It's a part of you now, whether you like it or not. So yeah, sometimes Minecraft worlds will be deleted forever, and softwares like Recuva may not always be able to get them back. But the memories we made on those worlds won't be deleted. So thank you. Thank you for watching this video, and thank you for allowing me to play Minecraft and make it so much more memorable by uploading my gameplay for you guys. It really means a lot to me that you watch this video. I greatly appreciate it. And as always, peace out, and have a good one. I'll see you next time. At least I hope so.